In your book, you've developed some recipes in there to help alkalize the body.
Right.
How did that come apart, and why is that a part of the book?
That is such a big, huge part of the book because, as you've just interviewed, Dr. Young is brilliant with his science, but unless we have a way to take that science into the kitchen, into the restaurant, into our daily lives, it's just good information. So that's kind of my part in the mission, where I take the science of food and it meets the taste of health. So my job, my challenge was, how do I make all of these recipes that are centered around alkaline feed delicious? How do I make them taste good? Because we're all about taste. We eat for taste. We don't always eat for health. And whatever tastes good is usually what kids get hooked on, and even big kids like adults get hooked on. So I had the challenge of having a very limited palate, so to speak, but I had to be creative with the combination. So we have a line of kale chips that is absolutely delicious, and we would have those instead of potato chips or corn chips. We have nuts that we take to the movie instead of popcorn that are bathed in a salt solution and very, very crunchy. Instead of red licorice, I eat red bell pepper strips that I've dehydrated in the dehydrator. Instead of vinegar, we're using lemon juice in our salad dressings and in our drinks. So there's always a way to alkalinize a meal, even if it's a traditional meal, by looking at the substitutions that we have in the book and how to use those. Instead of butter and margarines, we're using healthy oils. Those oils and healthy fats are usually a pH of 7, and they really, really help diabetics get their blood sugars back into normal level, and they bathe the cells in biolipid membranes that help the cells in their integrity. So it's really a good program, and it really helps people bring their bodies back into a state of balance. So when we're thinking about the bloodstream, we think of it as a living, flowing organ. And if we target that bloodstream that feeds every other organ and system in the body, we usually affect every other organ and system in the body. So it's a holistic approach, but it's a good one, and it's easy to do.